Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Ghana has a decision to make on how our food security should be handled. What is happening now is an embarrassment and a sign of worse things to come. Take it from me. First, it was Ghanaian tomato traders being killed in Burkina Faso on their way to import tomatoes. Then the Burkina government banned tomato exports to Ghana. We managed to negotiate for a reversal, and now Nigerian Onion Traders Association are holding Ghanaian onion trucks from moving out of Nigeria. Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, Nigerian trucks carrying goods in Ghana were seized for non-compliance reasons a couple of weeks ago, and therefore this was a retaliatory response on the part of our Nigerian counterparts. You block my goods, I block yours. That sort of thing. You do me, I do you. Just this morning too, we are told of armed men storming the Ajane Kotoku onion market in Accra to take over the market, ladies and gentlemen. It is really embarrassing how the central government of Ghana is just watching on as pockets of problems arises on our food in the country, the food supply. There has to be some level of government control and intervention, whether administratively or through production, ladies and gentlemen. The supply chain in this industry needs a government involvement as soon as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, the opportunities are begging for our government to make a move simply because of at least the 3 incidents I just described. There is a lot of opportunities begging on our government. But before I get into the opportunities, our government, first of all, needs to resolve this scuffle with Nigerian Traders Union as quickly as possible. This shouldn't go beyond today. Folks, the goods are said to be onions, which are highly perishable, which should be resolved immediately so we can have the onions coming in. We are a very, very vulnerable people because we depend heavily on imports for most of the foods we eat. That makes us very vulnerable, ladies and gentlemen. And every time I have to watch and sometimes count the number of tomatoes and onion trucks making their ways into the city, it feels something is terribly wrong somewhere inside this country. The vast majority of the foods we consume are imported. If there should be another global pandemic and goods cannot move, if there should be a lockdown and exports are shut down, ladies and gentlemen, and ports are closed, if there should be a war and the Atlantic Ocean is inaccessible, this country, Ghana, our economy, will be completely wiped out in the shortest possible time. The last time that happened, ladies and gentlemen, in 2020 and